What's good, YouTube? In this video we're going to be doing a video on how to play Bangalore. Now for this video I have 5 tips and tricks on using Bangalore or just getting better with her in general. So to start off with, the first tip that I have is to always use the digi threat. The gold sight, the digital threat, is very good with Bangalore because of her smoke. You know, you want to use her smokes as an advantage. So using the digital threat allows you to be aggressive with Bangalore. So you can use the smokes in so many ways, but when you have a digital threat, it allows you to smoke your enemies. So you could throw smoke right at them in the gunfights or throw smoke down at yourself, and this will allow you to see the enemies without them seeing you. So this gives you an advantage. It allows you to shoot them, and they won't be able to hit you because of the smokes are in the way, and this will get them confused easily. You could for sure tell if someone has a digital threat or not if there's smoke in the way by the way they're hitting you. So use the digital threat as much as you can. Every time you see it, pick it up if you're Bangalore, because you just want to use that as an advantage, and this allows you to be very aggressive with Bangalore. So that's the first tip I have. Use that digital threat. Now the second tip I have is also involving her smokes, which is her smokes. Like I said, if you guys don't know, her smoke is her tactical ability. And know that you could use her smoke to heal up at the same time. So, you know, when you're popping a shield cell, battery, syringe, medkit, whatever, when you're in the animation of how long it takes, like 2 to 5 seconds, you could still look down on the ground and pressure attack to throw smoke at you. You could do this all at the same time. It doesn't have to be like you throw smoke first, then you pop your heals. You could heal up, and then while you're in the middle of healing, you could throw smoke so that enemies won't be able to still see you. So use that. This is something that I always use with Bangalore, and there might be some people that don't know this, but like I said, you could use it at the same time without canceling your animation of healing. So just know that you could do that, and it's very helpful to always smoke yourself when you're healing, especially in open areas, you know. And also, you know, it's also good because, you know, you never know if third party's coming. So with that, yeah, smoke yourself. And also picking up your teammates. You know, when you're picking up your teammates, think of your smokes like, you know, like a Gibraltar shield. You know, throw your smokes down at the ground when you're picking them up so the enemies can't see you. Even if you're done with the fight, you never know if a third party is going to come. So throw your smokes when you're healing yourself, and also throw your smokes down at your teammates when you're picking them up so that you can pick them up without having to worry about a third party or just someone shooting you like a sniper or something from far range. You know, it makes it difficult for enemies to see you guys. So just use the smokes. Now my third tip that I have is to use the smokes on enemies if they're on, like, let's say like high ground, or even if they're at a distance. You know, this is using Bangalore aggressively. Like, if you throw your smokes at the enemy, even if they're far or if they're on high ground, this allows you to, you know, they have no vision on you because you smoked them, and then this allows you and your team to push up with the ability of just not getting hit. So since you have that, you know, this is great for Bangalore and her team, you know, to play aggressive. You know, throw your smokes at them when they're on high ground, or just if they have good positioning on you guys. You guys could take advantage while they can't see because of the smokes and just push up. So just use the smokes on enemies, and then pair that up with having a digital threat, makes it even better. So use the smokes against your enemies. Now the fourth tip that we're going to talk about is her passive, and her passive is double time. You know, when you're getting shot at, or even if bullets are in your area, even if they're not being shot towards you, if they're in your area, double time will activate. And with double time activating, you should know that you get a speed boost. So the speed boost is like a 30% faster move rate for Bangalore, and this is very good because you're quick. You know, you're like an Octane or a Bloodhound in his ultimate because of her passive ability. So use that to your advantage. Use that aggressive. You know, it allows you to dodge shots easily, but mainly this is very good, especially if you're on the defensive side with Bangalore. If you're trying to run away with Bangalore, like, Bangalore is one of the best repositioning characters in the game, in my opinion, for a character that has no abilities to get high ground. So, you know, you could pair this up with throwing your smokes and then her double time ability allows you to get that quick speed boost and to just run faster or get away. For this, you know, in my opinion, I feel like you should zigzag a lot more with Bangalore, because when you zigzag, it gives the enemies, they won't hit you as much, especially on the defensive side, you know, trying to get out of a situation. You know, zigzag your way out of there. Your enemies will miss shots, and this will also allow you keep activating your double time ability. So zigzag your way out, throw your smoke. Bangalore is such a good character to get out of situations. Now another tip, or the last tip that I have for her the fifth tip I have, is her ultimate. Her ultimate got a buff this season, and her ultimate is a lot better than what it was before. Her ultimate is mainly to be used for defensive purposes. You know, you want to zone enemies out. So for instance, like I said, with her double time, trying to get out of a situation, you know, zigzag your way out, you get out of there. But also, if teams are chasing you, throw that bang ult down, and then whether you want to throw it down on the ground or you throw it behind you, those teams won't chase you because they'll get hit by the ultimate. And also, the ultimate will stun them for a good amount of time, like at least like 5 seconds. So they take 40 damage per hit, and they also get stunned for a good amount of time. So Bangalore is, like I said, is such a good character to get out of positioning or a bad spot. So use this for Bangalore. You know, you want to use your ultimate mainly for defensive purposes, you know, to get out or to zone a team out. Like, let's say if you're fighting a team but you see a team coming on the way, you know, throw your ultimate behind you so that team won't push you guys, and this will allow, you know, you guys to fight, you know, a certain team without having to worry about third parties. So use Bangalore's ultimate to zone teams out and also be on the defense and for defensive purposes. You know, like I said, and also use her ultimate to get teams off high ground. You know, pair that up with throwing a smoke. You know, Bangalore is good for getting teams off high ground because of her abilities. So that was my fifth tip with Bangalore. So those were 5 tips that I have with Bangalore. Bangalore, in my opinion, is a really good character in the game.
Seconds. Rings just ahead. Hostile over there. Let's explore this way. It's on. Rings moving.
You are the Apex Champions.